But on the left, you see the additions. On the right, you see the subtractions. And the one thing I said before, I'll say it here, and you're going to get tired of hearing me say it during the pregame and the postgame this year. A big part of what has to go right for them in 2015 are some of the guys we've already talked about. Teixeira, Beltran, McCann, even Alex Rodriguez. They need some of their aging players who either didn't play last year, A-Rod, or didn't have very solid seasons, the other three. Those guys need to bounce back.
When you look at that lineup, I mean, there's a nice balance there of veterans, if they can stay healthy and they're productive, and some young guys at the end who can break their way into the major leagues and hopefully become everyday players. I think if you're any organization, that's what you're looking for, the perfect blend of veteran leadership and some youth at the end of your lineup. If all goes well, which the Yankees, that's what they're banking on, McCann having a better year, Beltran and Teixeira staying healthy, you got to like that lineup. Alex Rodriguez is always going to be the wild card in this, but McCann, Teixeira, and Beltran have to have better years if the Yankees are going to do anything.
So let me wrap up this conversation with this. In that conference call with Brian Cashman, he's usually asked, are you shopping for anything else? There are some question marks in the starting rotation. They have signed Capuano. They've got Evaldi. Are they still out looking?
You know, it's interesting you bring that up, Bob, because he was asked about, are you going to add more pitching? And I thought Brian gave a very telling answer. He said something along the lines of, and I'll paraphrase here, that I'm always looking, but if I do anything else, it's going to have to fit into the financial parameters that I have right now. And basically, if you read between the lines, Cashman was talking about if he does do another thing, it's going to be on the low-budget side. It's not going to be Max Scherzer. It's not going to be James Shields. One thing to remember, too, and I tweeted this a couple days ago, say Max Scherzer is a $30 million a year pitcher, which is what Scott Boras would love to say that he is. Right. For the Yankees to sign him, with their luxury tax already being over $189, he becomes a $45 million pitcher for them. So for everyone who says, oh, the Yankees are going to get in this late, watch, Boras will call them, they're going to sign Scherzer. They're not signing a guy for what would amount to $45 million a year. I asked Cashman about Kuroda, who would be a $15 to $16 million a year guy based on what he made last year, and he wouldn't comment on it. They don't even know if Kuroda's coming back, but he wouldn't comment on whether the Yankees would be interested, even if he says he definitely wants to pitch.